Sounds feeding?
That's all I'm doing in this episode.
What are you talking about? You did the most.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about that sport with the microphones. That one. NFL, football, only in America.
With the helmet.
Yeah, with the helmets. Yeah, that one. I actually watched some football this
What
past.
did you watch?
I just saw some guys with like. What?
I was going to say Nagelsmann said that his players also.
Yeah, Nagelsmann said actually he wants his players to.
He's stupid. No.
No, but he was like, football should also get technology. What do you guys actually think about that?
Those people who say that are the ones who want World Cup every 2 years.
Exactly.
Hey, come on, man. But imagine trying to talk to somebody like Fred.
What are you
Xhaka.
No. There's people you can have those things in the ears, bro.
Nah, it doesn't work.
Then people like, and there's some people, you don't know which game we're watching where I note for big pass like this.
Yeah.
Champions League game. Whether you wrote a note and then the guy like drop all this.
A friend of mine was telling me players hated the fact that there were no fans because now they could hear the coaches shouting at them.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
before
why-
what you usually do, you just go play on the other wing. Then you just let that guy scream on that side.
That's why
just talking to himself.
That's how we
halftime.
won the FA Cup.
Yeah, yes, forget it.
Because I used to coach everyone from the sideline, telling guys, yo, come here, and you know, literally he was playing chess with them. We were daft. Like, those players were just daft. But that's what you can tell. And Pep also the same thing. No, there's people who can see.
I know, but
and
I feel like.
But if you're not that energy, Ole is not that guy. Ole can't just be talking from the sideline. That's how I just ended up winning and we
But Pep's players can get pissed, bro. Okay, that gets
Anyways,
Yo,
we
bro,
digress.
moderator, you finish.
I don't know anything. What question do you want to be asked? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
So Tom Brady, what did he do? How many touchdowns do you think he scored?
He's 45.
That's actually not far off.
He scored 5. He scored 5 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, but they had 48.
He had 48 points.
Yeah.
See, man, I know this thing, man.
Oh, you know this thing, huh? Nice.
Like what,
That's
man?
fine. No.
Like what? My man knows this thing. Just throwing the egg.
Highlights of the weekend, NFL.
Well, Tom Brady scored 5 touchdowns.
That's clearly not your highlight.
Kiari, don't at me, bro. Don't at me, dude.
And who were they two? Two of them were to who?
Dude, wrong. Don't at me, dude, please. I don't want to hear this nonsense. In other news, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He lost, but he was the best player on the field.
Yeah.
So.
Was he though?
Yeah, I know Lamar Jackson is a video game, isn't he?
He is.
This dude, every time he runs run option, I'm afraid.
Play action. Oh, wait,
The run option, the run option.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can imagine as a defense, you're loading the boxes, right? You're like, okay, it's a run option.
Yeah.
But this dude will just run around you. He doesn't need to go through.
Yep.
So he's just gonna run around you
And
and
the
go
worst
back
thing
to
is,
the
he was
end zone.
actually walking yesterday and they don't have like how many running backs?
Exactly.
The first 3 running backs.
So like, and you know it's disrespectful when a team is not using their running back. They're using their quarterback.
They're using the quarterback to run.
To run.
That's how crazy
From
it
the
is.
little NFL I saw this week, like that's crazy.
Like he's broken. But I mean,
He's a
otherwise,
chico.
he's a chico.
But
What do you
he
think?
finally managed to beat Mahomes once. I think he needed to break that down.
Yeah, he did. He was gonna get criticized, but I think it was a good game. I think both those defenses need to have a hard look in the mirror
Yeah.
and decide what they're going to do. Because I was watching Mahomes do little flickies and Travis Kelce's running 41 yards. How many meters is that? Like, I don't know how many meters that is. I'm bad at that. But he's running basically half the length of the field, and this dude's like 6'6" and he's not that fast.
Yeah.
So I mean, both these defenses need to have a hard look in the mirror and sort themselves out because. Okay, I think Kansas City is a bit more safe because you're not going to have a quarterback flying out the pocket like that. Chris Jones will be able to edge people and get to the ball. But what do you think of the game?
I think I was more impressed about Lamar like being able to like bring the team together in the sense of now they're looking up to him, right? He's basically the offense. Like they've lost everyone basically. Like
Yeah.
It's hard for you to do a run option with no running back and still make it work, right? Who's the running back? Who's the play running back? Like it's just
Don't even know.
after J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards went down, it's just like who are we looking at?
Lamar
Like
Jackson.
even if I ran a play action with a running back, I'm not even gonna fall for it. I'll just go to Lamar. But he still made it work, right? So I mean the leadership is showing and trying to carry this team, like rally together and actually go through this tough period with no players. I think they have like 15 players who are injured and like 6 or 7 of them are in IR. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't think they'll win the division, but I think Lamar will make them competitive for sure.
Yeah. And then we were talking about I was telling you about my conundrum this week. So my Seahawks were playing the Titans, right? But I was 30 points down.
Doesn't sound encouraging.
I was 38 points down in what
Fantasy.
I was 39 points down in fantasy, right? Running backs normally get like on average, at 18 is like a good day, right? I was 39 points down. But the guy I have was playing against my team. So I was really torn. At some point, like halftime, he didn't have much.
I triple captain people against Arsenal all the time.
I'd have to be down much. So
I feel nothing.
And the guy I'm playing against is convinced. He even went to sleep. He's like, I'll beat his legs. This dude, second half, went for 180 yards, scored 3 touchdowns. He got 44 points, and I won by 3.
Man like king, bro.
I won by 3. But I'm hunting inside because I'm like, my Seahawks lost.
But what's going on with this? What's your team do? How is he?
The Seahawks.
How is he? Was it 186 yards in the second half?
184. No.
It was
Like
total
the whole
yards.
game, yeah. But
I'm trying to see how you can. I'm looking because
he scored all his touchdowns came in the second half.
I'm thinking. I understand Derrick Henry is a beast.
Yeah.
And I like he was like number 3 on the NFL 100, and
Yeah.
he's a but your defense isn't like. Where's Bobby Wagner, guys? I want to know. This guy's supposed to be a pro. Like, can you tell?
No, he made mincemeat out of it. Like that whole. And the thing is, his second touchdown was a 60-yard run, right? So like, dude got the ball, and at some point, I'm just like, tackle. Like, why can't you tackle?
It's like they're afraid. I'm like, your tackle stats on Madden are all 50.
Yeah.
What do you deserve 50?
No,
Madden adjusters must just go.
Also, the guys, man, it's man to man.
Anyway, but that's good. Like,
Sometimes.
I think
It's not. You can do whatever you want. This is not rugby. You can clothesline him. Take him
I
out.
think Derrick Henry's speed is really
No.
underestimated. No, I'm not saying that we couldn't have done better. We could have, but that dude is actually fast.
Yeah, but yeah, that's unhappy. And then my Steelers.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, man. The season's done, yeah.
TJ's
injured.
TJ's gone.
I feel like if Kerry is not here next time, I'll just like ask him to mic me.
And you're
Like,
just
that's
just-
You're a
channel,
Nagelsmann. You're a Nagelsmann.
Nagelsmann,
Yeah,
Nagelsmann.
but real chat, like my Steelers are a bit. I try so hard to be patriot. I'm posting about the Steelers. I want people to know.
Yeah.
And then.
Welcome to being an Arsenal fan.
And then it's
Stop
what it is. It's like having
posting.
Aubameyang, but he's too old. Big Ben needs to retire. He needs to go now.
Big Ben is a fridge. That dude is a fridge.
He is a
But
fraud. He's a fridge and a fraud.
Yeah, but he was getting tackled.
You know when he throws, it looks like now like I'm looking at this arm.
Slow motion.
There's no power.
Someone threw a rock.
Exactly.
Literally.
It's
like
just
a
like
lob.
that. And I'm like, guys, the only time he just throws connects is when he throws these loopy things and Chase Claypool decides I'm gonna
The
bust
ball
someone.
goes like this.
That's how you know.
Ball
That's how
goes
you know
like
it's
this.
shady. That's how you know it's messed up, dude. So I think Big Ben next draft. I actually haven't looked at the next class. I don't know who's coming out, but whoever the best quarterback is. Tomlin, I know you've never had a losing season in your life, and I don't normally encourage these things. But TJ's out, and Minka thinks he's TJ, but he's not TJ.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we just need to tank. We go, listen, Big Ben, we're gonna play you. We're gonna lose anyway. Juju's also. I love Juju so much.
Juju's not a one.
But he's a fraud. He's a fraud. He sells those t-shirts. He's like your boy. He sells those t-shirts. He does those ads. Yo, but Juju's a fraud. What we need to do. This is what we need to do, right? Alright?
He's gone from being a soccer coach, now he's like American football.
Our defense is gone now because we were like, okay, we lost Dupree. Okay, we were like, well, we got TJ, he's the best defensive player in the league. We've got Minka, safety. We got Hayden, we got average cornerbacks. Now TJ's out and we lost Bud Dupree. We need a tank. We need to just be like, hey, defense, we're gonna concede points. And you go Chase, you're my new number 1.
Yeah.
Juju, I'm sorry, you're the number 2, and you'll probably start playing better. And you just go, you make it a run-centric offense. You go Najee.
Positives. What do you think about Najee?
What you see, remember earlier I said he's a top 5, even though he's never played those biased. He never played a snap.
Yeah.
He's top 5. You see what he did? You see what he did to that guy? This white guy.
He was crazy. He was super.
He chokeslammed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he chokeslammed. He chokeslammed him.
What is this sport show?
This.
And he had the ball.
And he had the ball.
What?
He went there, was coming to tackle him, and I was like, bro,
Nah.
sit down. And then he
But
kept
for
going.
in conclusion, honestly, I think the Steelers will make the playoffs.
Is the money that good?
No, it's not that great actually. Compared to
He's
the
a
rookies.
rookie.
Like on average, like just on average.
He's a rookie.
Like I'm just thinking about waking up in the morning knowing I'm going somewhere and somebody's going to hit me.
No, I think if the money's not worth getting hit.
Him, in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Money will be good.
Depending on how, because the running back market can be funny.
Oh, those are the guys who have like a 3-year lifespan.
Yeah.
So you just pick them and die.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
narcos.
true.
Pick them in the 6th round.
Question: if you pick any quarterback to be you, like when Big Ben is out, who would you pick?
What do you mean?
Like in the league.
In the league?
Someone who's going to be available. I mean, forget the...
Oh, realistically.
Yeah, realistically.
I think... You see, what you need, I was actually watching, I'm going to reference my guy, Max Kellerman. Love you in the first day, bro. Not that you're going to watch this.
Hey, who told you?
But I think...
NFL in Africa is actually a
I was
very big
watching...
thing now,
yeah? Oh, yeah, true.
They're trying to penetrate this market.
I was watching, it was Keyshawn, J-Will,
KJ
and
Max,
yeah, and
Max is
Max.
now on the show.
And they were actually talking about, like, there's a quarter. They've actually classified the quarterback market where you've got those guys that are revivable, that you get, like the revival guys that you can bench if they play well. So ideally like a Ryan Fitzpatrick, and
I won't get his name right.
Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
I apologize,
Yeah.
but no, I would look at wild cards. I think Cam Newton's always someone you go and you check him out. Because he can offer something different. He offers mobility. I would always look at, I don't know who the Patriots quarterback backup is, but I think it's Stidler, isn't it?
Oh, behind Mark Jones?
Yeah, Jason Stidler, wasn't it? Jason Stidler. But I would always look at the Patriots backup because Belichick's good at, and I would think soon enough, because Garoppolo did not have a great game.
And this is probably his last season.
And this is probably his last season. I'm looking at Jimmy G. I'm not gonna call him by his nickname. Am I allowed to? This is rated. This is porn star Jimmy.
Yeah, porn
star Jimmy.
My man.
My guy.
My guy.
My brother.
That's the way to advertise
My
yourself.
brother. Amen.
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 You just like Ugo with the selling the t-shirts.
Exactly.
But you know amongst those buyers, you know who's coming from the other source. That's marketing.
That's marketing. Porn star Jimmy.
That's wild.
I would actually go out and I would go get porn star Jimmy because he's someone. I'm sorry, man. I want you to be my quarterback, but
First of all, you have to put that in the context.
in the context.
Yeah, like.
I will explain that
Hey. Off camera.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh shit.
I would get Jimmy Garoppolo. He'll be. I think he's got like 2 years running. His contract's not so friendly. I understand, but we're not going to be a bad team. So I think you just need someone who can game manage, and I think Mike Tomlin is a very good coach.
Yeah.
And I think our defense is a bit beastly. So if you could carry the 49ers to a Super Bowl with Nick Bosa and Richard Sherman, I think with TJ Watt and these guys, you can carry. So ideally Jimmy Garoppolo, then you can draft someone in the second, third round to groom. Because he's also got 27 anyway, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a wrap.
It's all
Back to the studio.